Orgasmic enlightenment, where the sexual and spiritual come together. I'm Kim Anami, and I'm a holistic sex and relationship coach and a vaginal weightlifter. In this show, we explore all things intimate. I believe that our sexual energy is life force, creative energy, and we can use it to shape our worlds, strengthen our relationships, and self-actualize. I blend the most avant-garde information from neuroscience, ancient sexual practices like Tantra and Taoism, to renegade wellness modalities to show you how to create gourmet sex in your lives. Come one, come all. 3 ways to have sex without intercourse. When I first learned about Tantra, one of the most fascinating ideas to me was that you could have sex with your partner without touching them, that you could fuck your partner from across the room or across the planet. In my globe-trotting adventures, when I can be separated from my partner for extended periods of time, these skills have served me well. All of the practices that I've cultivated have reinforced to me, especially these energy sex ideas, the power of sexual energy as a tangible thing, something that we can move back and forth between each other at will without always needing to physically touch. It's that real and it's that powerful. Over the years, I've had some very profound experiences of sexual connection that did not involve intercourse. These can be handy to have in your repertoire for any number of reasons: fertility, long-distance separation, practicing restraint, and cultivating an even deeper multi-dimensional connection. I am all about the multi-dimensional sex. The more ways we can learn to penetrate each other, the better, and the deeper our bonds grow. There are the multiple layers of emotional, psychological, spiritual, and physical connection. And sexually speaking, there are all the ways in which our sexual energy can tangle and tussle with each other. So here are some of my favorite non-intercourse ways to have sex. First off is yoni and lingam massage. Over the years and partners, I noticed that I began to develop distinct relationships with my partners and their genitals. They became like separate entities that I was in tune with and in love with. We were deeply connected. One of the ways to forge this connection is to spend an inordinate amount of time loving and adoring your partner's genitals. This helps them to come alive. The difference between a healing and activating genital massage, which is what I'm talking about here, versus one that is designed to get you off, is your intention. And it's not to say that a yoni lingam healing massage isn't pleasurable, but we're going in there with the intention to open, to awaken, to activate, to release tension and trauma, rather than just to get them to orgasm as quickly as possible. So I have performed lingam massage on men who, let's just say, had a wide variety of sexual experiences, and they had never felt anything like they did when I massaged their cocks with this intention. No one had ever paid that much attention to them, loved and honored them in the way that I had. I consider that to be my mission as a lover partner, to make that cock feel like the most potent, gorgeous thing in the world. And this is one of the ways to develop that intimate communion. The structure of yoni and lingam massage is to set aside time, at least I'd say 30 minutes, and focus solely on your partner's genitals. You massage them like you would any other body part, covering all of the surface area, and whenever you feel or intuit any kind of tension or blockage, you spend more time there. Men and women alike can have very deep emotional reactions to being touched in this way, where they feel tears come up and memories of things and just deep emotional releases. Some people will laugh hysterically. Some people will feel anger. So we know that's a good sign that we're dislodging this energy from the genitals, and then we're able to transform and alchemize that. And with all of the collective sexual shame that's out there and is unconsciously projected and I would say stored in our genitals, this is a wonderful way to clear these things out, to truly then own and inhabit our genitals in a magnificent way. So this is the gift of cultivating a practice of regular yoni and lingam massage. And then you, as the massager, get to know your partner's genitals inside and out. You develop this energetic bond that I speak of, and that takes on a life of its own. You feel this deeper connection to their body, to the essence of them, because I believe that our genitals really are the essences of who we are as people. And as we put this loving attention and adoration into them and really get to know them as separate entities, many beautiful things happen. So I have some great videos on yoni and lingam massage on my YouTube channel, and I walk you through a guided routine in my Coming Together for Couples salon. One of my other favorite things would be video and long distance sex. So years ago, in the time when webcams were just becoming a thing, I was in a long distance relationship and began playing with the genre. It was all we had. I mean, we had the telephone, but hey, why not use video? So at first, I was very aware of the theater of it all. So I invested in a variety of lingerie and I was constantly buying new dildos to use. And then one of the great things about video is that you have eye contact, and I love a good eye fuck as well. So we had been doing this for a while, and one time we didn't have any audio. There was some kind of computer glitch, and so we just had video. We were communicating through gestures and occasionally frantic one-handed typing commands, but mostly it was very intuitive. And this particular incident ended up being one of our best Skype sessions ever. I had wild cervical orgasms and I walked out of the house on a totally orgasmic high for days. It lasted for days. I felt so thoroughly well fucked and connected, both heart and vagina. And thinking about it, I liken it to the idea that when you don't have one of your senses, the others become heightened. And I felt like our energy bodies had connected in the ethers, and I had been fucked to smithereens. So even though we didn't physically touch and we couldn't speak to each other, that's how I felt, is that it was a really profound sex session. And also remember back then that the screens would have been pretty grainy as well. So no HD visuals there. It was really quite intuitive and energetic, feeling into this person through the ethers and then having this very deep experience. And so that brings us to energy sex. And the last scenario I described is a pretty good example of energy sex. And the difference would be, look, Ma, no hands, meaning this can be less elegantly called thinking off, but I'd say that's a misnomer in that it would be more accurate to say feeling off. And my definition of energy sex would be sex and orgasms that take place without any physical touch. So not of yourself or your partner. So through all the work that I do and I teach, one of the main objectives is to open up energy pathways in the body and then to channel our super powerful sexual energy through them, which not only rejuvenates and heals us, but leads to full body orgasms that we feel in every cell of our being, all without touch. And we know from what's been proven in quantum physics that thoughts are things. And what I found to be necessary to get to this place of fucking your partner from across the room or the planet, and or just simply by imagining them, is through having a very deep emotional connection. You have to be open to them, and you have to be sexually open to them, meaning you've done a lot of your own block clearing in yourself and within your relationship. So these energy pathways have opened up, and the breathing and the Qigong exercises that I teach help to do this, right? So really the name of the game is openness. I can have a cervical orgasm simply from imagining my partner, not even sexual imaginings, but just tuning into the essence and the vibration of him. I found that it can be very fun to be at a party and play with this. They're on the other side of the room and you start to tune into them and see if you can elicit a response, just from throwing your energy over at them. Because if you're really open to each other, I think that can be very easy to do. You can practice lying in bed together, so you're looking at each other, you have eye contact, but there's no physical touching. If this was a video, I would insert a clip here from Arrested Development. No touching! Ha ha ha. So as I said, I'm all about the multi-dimensional sex. The more ways in which you can connect with your partner, the better. So these are the ingredients for gourmet sex, truly being open to your partner on every possible level. And all of these practices will help you to get there. Exploring all of the ways that you can deepen your connection pays off in the strength of your intimate relationship, where it becomes a power source in your life, and the two of you alchemize into a superpower couple. And that is exactly what we focus on in the Coming Together for Couples Salon, which begins in a few weeks. This is my signature 10-week online program for couples. We go deeper into everything we talked about today, from yoni and lingam massage to energy sex and orgasms, tantric and Taoist sexual secrets, and much, much more. You can check out the free video preview series at kimanami.com. Look for Sexual Savant Salons and then check on the Coming Together for Couples Salon. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, subscribe and also leave a review. And send someone else the gift of a healthy libido and an off-the-charts love life by sharing this episode with them. We'll be back next week, and in the meantime, many happy orgasms.